guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Excuse me if you if I have to cough or take a drink of water or something during this video as I knock things over. I have a little bit of a sinus cold thing. I woke up this morning with a sore throat and then this happening. So for that, but I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to be talking all about some more new drugstore goodies. This is my third and I think final new at the drugstore haul. If you watched my first two, I've said this before, but there are things that are missing in these hauls just because I don't buy them because I'm not really interested in them. I only buy things that I'm super interested in trying. So there are going to be a few things where you're like, well, that's new at the drugstore, but you didn't show it. So just know that I only really purchase things that I'm super interested and excited to try. I have a lot of really cool things, some new beauty blender type things, a lot from Flower Beauty, which is Drew Barrymore's beauty line that's sold exclusively at Walmart. Some Physicians formula stuff. I finally got my hands on all of that new stuff. Milani stuff, Makeup Revolution, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get started with Flower Beauty since that's what's sitting right in front of me. This is the eyeshadow palette that was recently launched. This is in the Warm Neutral ES1. There were 4 of them, I do believe. This one is more of the rosy type of tones. They did have one that was, very gold, very smoky, things like that. And I think this was around 15 bucks. So I'm kind of excited to play around with this. This is a Shimmer. It says Shimmer and Shade Eyeshadow Palette, long-lasting, rich color payoff, and blendable. And there are 3 little demos back here that you could follow. Let me see. I think there's seeing 3 mattes, a couple really glittery shades, and then some shimmers. And it does come with a brush as well, and it says the brush is a $6 brush. So I'm excited to play around with that. I haven't really tried much from Flower Beauty, and because it is a little bit more pricey, that eyeshadow palette's 15 bucks, where the Revlon, which one? CoverGirl that I love is around, 10 bucks. And then the Rimmel ones that I just reviewed that I really liked were only I think $8. So anyways, but Flower Beauty did come out with some stuff I really wanted to play with and try. And, okay, thought I was missing something, but I'm not. They came out with these new Flower Pots powder blushes. I love the name. I think it's so cute. They did come out with 4 shades. They came out with Sweet Pea. Oops, let me not. There we go. They came out with Sweet Pea, which is just a mauve type of color. They came out with Peach Primrose, which is a light peach. They came out with Wild Rose, which is a true hot pink. And then they came out with Warm Hibiscus, which is a deeper peach with some shimmer in it. So I'm really excited to play with these. These do obviously remind me of the Milani Rose powder blushes. I think a lot of people were kind of thinking that when they first saw these. So I'm excited to play around with them and see how they blend. All right, let me put that stuff up there. Okay, the next things are still from Flower Beauty. These are palettes. So this is the Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette. Now they did have 2 shades of this. I got the one in light to medium. And it comes with a contour, bronzer shade, a blush, and then a highlight shade. Looks really pretty. And then this is the, what are you? Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. So you get 3 different highlight shades with a brush in there. So you get a brush with this one, but the pan size is smaller than the contour one. And I will link everything down below if I can find everything, and if not, I will definitely name everything. So you guys will be able to find it. I know in my Rimmel video, I totally forgot to do that. It just slipped my mind. But in this video, I really will do it, I promise. Okay. One thing from Neutrogena super quickly. I am not the biggest, Neutrogena doesn't draw me in. That is something I normally don't pick up at the drugstore because one, it is really pricey for a drugstore brand. A lot of their foundations and stuff, especially their new launches, it's 15 bucks for a foundation. And L'Oreal is kind of the same way, but I think the Neutrogena, the new foundation they put out was a tint, and I was like, I don't do tints. And then the one foundation I tried from Neutrogena, I absolutely hated. So, I don't know, it's just a very natural type of brand, which I think is really pretty, but it's just not something that overly excites me. But this, I was actually not going to pick up, but then I saw this shade and it was really pretty. This is the new Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine. It says lips look and feel hydrated for 24 hours. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, which is like for plumping. But so I wonder if this is gonna burn. I hope not. And this is in the shade Radiant Rose. You guys can't really see it on camera. Maybe there you go. It's just like this really pretty rosy shade, and I like that in glosses kind of like this because I just feel like it's super easy to just apply. I wasn't gonna swatch everything because it'll probably make this video like 2,500 million minutes, but I really want to try this. So I'm gonna open this and swatch it for you guys. They did have a lot of cool shades of this. There was one that was more like brown. They had some reds. They had some darker shades. And then they also came out with like this new lip balm thing that looked really similar to an Honest Beauty product. So I'll be interested to see if someone does a video of like if that's a dupe or something. Oh crap, I can't get it. Come on, Neutrogena. Just want the gloss. Come on. By the way, on my lips today, I am wearing the Baby Lips Color Bombs from Maybelline. I mixed Blush Burst in and Playful Purple. So I love Playful Purple, but it's like a little dramatic for me, especially when I'm wearing a purple shirt, which I did my makeup before I changed. So I was like, I can't do like that much purple, but I just wanted to kind of tone it down, so I added some Blush Burst into it. And I really like the way it came out, and these are super comfortable. I did a whole video on them if you want to see the swatches. Okay, the plastic's not all the way off, but whatever. Doesn't really have a smell, I don't think. Oh, and it's got like a paddle doe foot applicator. That's pretty. I mean, it's just a very light rose color, but on like really easy days, I think this is going to be great for work. That doe foot, man, it has a hard time getting in there. All right, let me grab my towel. Okay. Moving on to NYX. Now, these two things have been on the NYX Cosmetics website for a while, and honestly, I really wanted to buy them, but I just never did. And then they finally came to Ulta, and also the NYX lid lingeries that I am like obsessed with. Those are now at Ulta too, by the way. So if you want to buy those and you don't want to order off the NYX website, they're now available on Ulta's website. So yeah, so these two things are now available on Ulta's website, and I did see this blush palette in Target stores. So I'm really excited. I was like at my Target and I saw it and I was like, it was actually, and this box was waiting for me when I got home and I was like, oh, mine's at home, but it looks so pretty. So this is the Sweet Cheeks blush palette from NYX. We're seeing so many blush palettes, like, you know, Maybelline came out with one, L'Oreal came out with one, and now NYX. You are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes and 3 shimmers. So it looks like this. I'm really excited to play with that. And then this is the Love Contours All palette. Let me open this up for you guys. So this I actually think is really funny because it kind of reminds me of the, just like the style of it, kind of reminds me of the Smashbox Shape Matters palette, I think is what it's called. I'll insert a picture if I can find one. And I don't have that palette, but this really reminded me of it because it's like you get 9 eyeshadows, 2 highlights, 2 bronzer contours, and then 2 eyebrow products. So I feel like that's really similar to the Smashbox one. So again, I'll be interested to see if someone does a dupe video. But this is what it looks like. This is my first time seeing it. The shadows are so tiny, like really, really small pans. You're getting 2 brow products right there, like our powders. One's like lighter, one's darker, obviously. The bronzer contour shades aren't like bad tones, and then the highlights are pretty as well. So I'm excited to play with that. Again, I found that at Ulta. Okay, let's move on to another Ulta product. This is the Makeup Revolution Banana Luxury Powder. Does this not look like the Ben Nye banana powder packaging? Like, right? I'm not going to open this because it's a loose powder and it's probably going to go everywhere. But Makeup Revolution recently launched a bunch of new stuff, and a ton of stuff looks like dupes. Like, this looks like a dupe for the Ben Nye. They came out with this eyeshadow palette that almost looks identical, like layout shades to the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. I don't have the Kat Von D and I don't have that Makeup Revolution one, but I really want to see if someone does a dupe because I'm like, those things are like the same. So I want to see if, like, you know, if I don't want to buy the Kat Von D one, can I just get the Makeup Revolution one, and like, will it be the same kind of thing? So yeah, so I'm really excited to play with this and like set my under eyes with this and things like that. Again, this is just like a yellow toned loose powder from Makeup Revolution. All right, so let's move on to Physicians Formula because that's some of the stuff I got at Ulta as well. I couldn't find the new like Insta Ready line, but it came on Ulta's website and I was super pumped. So I got the setting spray, the face primer, and the concealer. This is the full coverage concealer in Fair, and you do get like a little beauty blender with it. I'm excited. It does, see, this is the thing though, like with their primer and with their concealer, the directions are like, apply it every 15 minutes or like before sun exposure and like reapply every 15 minutes. And I'm like, dude, is this makeup or is this sunscreen? Like, make up your mind. It drives me nuts. But I'm excited to play with these. This primer is a like, what does it say? It says, well, it just says helps prevent sunburn. Okay, well that doesn't help me there, people. What? Okay, it says blurs, pores, fine lines, and imperfections, absorbs instantly, extends makeup wear, breathable, non-greasy. And the concealer says full coverage, weightless, long wearing, hides imperfections, budge resistant. And these are all like hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, all that good stuff. And then the makeup setting spray. This says you can use it as a skin prep setting spray or a misting spray throughout the day. Long wearing mattifying setting spray delivers selfie-ready makeup for all day wear. So, and it says the lightweight formula wakes up the skin and finishes makeup, keeping it looking perfect and fresh throughout the day. So we're going to try that. You do get 3.4 fluid ounces, which I do feel like is quite a bit of product. Now again, Physicians Formula is a little bit more expensive, so I like you're getting, you know, more product. I also picked up these. These are the new butter blushes from them. I did get 2 shades. I got Plum Rose and Natural Glow. Plum Rose is a more like mauve-y plum color, and then Natural is more of like a corally, shimmery color. So I'm excited to see how pigmented these are and how they show up on my skin. And then lastly, I got the Bronze Booster Highlight and Contour Palette. Now this is the matte one, and they also, this is the matte sculpting palette. They also came out with like a shimmery one, and I didn't get the shimmery one because I didn't think I would really use those shades very much. So I just got the contour one, and honestly, like these look really good. This looks beautiful for a setting powder. This tone is beautiful for a contour shade, and then this one is a little bit dark, but I wonder if, you know, if you use like a light hand, if it will work. So I'm excited to play with that and all these goodies. And then lastly from Physicians Formula, I did get the new Insta Ready Multi-Finish Eyeshadow Palette in Natural Nude. They came out with this one, then they came out with a smoky one as well. But I got the nude one. So it's laid out very cool, like all the colors are kind of similar. Not similar, all the colors are kind of like smushed together, so I wonder like how getting your brush in certain ones is going to be, if that's going to be difficult, just because, I don't know, I feel like it could be, but I'm excited. Okay, one last thing from Ulta, and actually one of you recommended this to me or like wanted me to try it or something, and so I saw this, that it was available, and I knew it was available on their website, but when it was available on Ulta, I was like, yas. This is the J-Cat Beauty Sunset Boulevard 24 Eyeshadow Palette. You get 12 mattes and 12 shimmers. So, and this was I think 15 bucks, so 24 eyeshadows for $15, ain't bad. Okay. So it looks like this. Honestly, the packaging feels very similar to like a Morphe type of palette. And you open it up, and then that comes with it obviously, but then you have these. So you have 12 mattes and 12 shimmers. I feel like these pans are pretty big. That's just me. I feel like they might even be a little bit bigger than like Makeup Geek. Or maybe that's just my eyes fooling me. What I do kind of like about this palette and also kind of don't like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, one, you don't get a mirror or anything, which is fine. But two, like the shimmers and the mattes are the same colors. It's just like different finishes. So like you get a cranberry matte right here. So you get a cranberry shimmer. And then you get like a purpley matte. So you get a purpley shimmer, you know. And so it looks the same kind of colors. It's just different finishes. Which honestly, if you want to do like a one shadow look, that's going to be really easy to do with this. But again, even though you do get that, I love all of these colors. You know, they're pretty neutral, but you can go pretty dark, you know, with these two shades and things like that. And you get a bunch of really nice transition colors. Let me hold it up so you guys can actually see it. You get a bunch of like really great transition colors. And you know, like I said, you can get kind of darker down here. So I'm excited to play with this. I almost kind of want to do like a first impression tutorial with this because I love the J-Cat Beauty like trio baked eyeshadows. Those are so beautiful, so pigmented and smooth. But the actual, like, I think it was like the 5-pan eyeshadow palette I wasn't the biggest fan on. Or fan of. I cannot talk today. This cold has got me like in another world. So I'm excited to play with this. So let me know if you guys want to see a first impressions on this. Let's move on to Milani. I did get 3 lip things. These I could not find in store, so they were up on the Milani website, so I purchased them. This is the Keep It Clean Longwear Lip Color Remover. So this is just like a matte lipstick remover. Which with some of them, I do feel like I needed like an actual remover, like the Wet n Wild ones even. Like if I don't really scrub my lips, I feel like it doesn't come off. So I'm excited to play with that. I also got the Sugar Sweet Scrub. So this is just like a lip scrub. You are getting 0.42 ounces in here. And this is just like in a pot. So I love the e.l.f. one that's in a stick, but this one is in a pot, so I thought I'd give it a try. And then I also got the Keep It Smooth Luxe Lip Treatment. And this one you're only getting 0.21 fluid ounces, so it's a little bit less than the sugar scrub. So we'll see how I like those. And then from Milani, I got highlighters, which I am so excited to play with. I got 01 Afterglow, and then I got 02 Dayglow. So I'm really excited. The packaging is beautiful. I always love Milani packaging. I think they always kill it when it comes to that. This one is Afterglow, and it's more of like an icy pink color, and then Dayglow is more of just like a muted skin champagne type of color, you know what I'm saying? So super excited to play with those. Okay, and the last 2 things I picked up are actually like beauty blender type of things, and they're from EcoTools. So EcoTools came out with a bunch, and I did just pick up these 2. So these are the Color Perfecting Minis. So these look like this, and these are technically supposed to be used for like color correcting, but to be honest, I'll probably just use them for like concealer under my eyes. Because I don't use a different beauty blender for different color correctors or anything. So these are mini ones. I'm excited. These do just kind of come to like a flat point. If you guys can see that, they are just like flat right here. And then they cut across. So excited to play with those. And then I also got the Perfect Blender Duo. So it looks like that. You're getting, these are kind of weirdly shaped, but I'm excited. It says the large base, which is right here, is soft and flexible to create light buildable coverage, and then the mini blender is for detailing and is firmer for more precise coverage. So I'm excited. It says you can use them wet or dry. To be honest, I'll probably use them like damp. These are cruelty-free, tree-free, paper, dermatologist tested. So if you're looking into, you know, more like natural brands and you want like a more natural beauty blender, I think this would be a fun way to go, and it's pretty affordable. So I'm really excited to play with those things as well. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know any products you want to see reviews on, first impressions on, whatever. Just leave them in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave this video, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next one. I love you. Bye.